Most of us grow up with the idea that becoming a millionaire is reserved for a select few. People who got lucky, inherited a fortune, or stumbled into a once in a lifetime opportunity. We see the highlight reels online and think wealth is all about lavish spending and exotic lifestyles. But the truth for the vast majority of self made millionaires is that the path was built on a set of simple, repeatable rules that literally anyone can follow. These aren't complex investment strategies or guarded secrets. They are seven practical everyday habits that millionaires use to build and grow their fortunes. These rules are rooted in discipline, patience, and a long term perspective. And by the end of this video, you'll have the exact playbook. Rule number one is pay yourself first. The first and most foundational rule is to pay yourself first. This isn't just a catchy phrase, it's a fundamental shift in how you handle your income. Most people get their paycheck, pay their bills, spend on wants, and then try to save whatever is left over. If anything is left at all. Millionaires do the complete opposite of that. They treat the savings and investments as the single most important bill. Before rent, before groceries, before any subscription, they direct a set percentage of their income into their future. This one habit guarantees that the financial security is prioritized over today's discretionary spending. The common target among the wealthy is to save at least 20 to 25% of their gross income. That might sound high, but the key isn't hitting that exact number right away. It's about consistency. Research on self made millionaires who build wealth by saving shows that a huge majority started by putting away 20% or more into their income. By automating the process, so a piece of every paycheck is automatically transferred, they eliminate temptation and build wealth on autopilot. Think of it this way: you're your most important financial asset. Paying yourself first is an act of investing in that asset before anything else can chip away at your financial future. Rule number two is live below your means. This leads directly to the second rule, which is the engine that makes the first one possible. Live well below your means. This is perhaps the most universal habit among the self made rich. It's not about being cheap or depriving yourself. It's about making disciplined, conscious decisions to spend less than you earn, no matter how much your income grows. The biggest threat to building wealth is lifestyle inflation. That natural tendency to increase your spending every time you get a raise or a bonus. You get a pay bump, so you get a nicer car. You get a promotion, so you buy a bigger house. Before you know it, you're back to living paycheck to paycheck, just with more expensive things. Millionaires actively fight this urge. Consider Warren Buffett, one of the wealthiest people on earth, who famously lives in the same modest Omaha home he bought in 1958. He prioritizes growing his wealth over showing it off with luxury goods. Many millionaires share this mindset. They drive used cars, wear inexpensive clothes, and value financial security far more than a glamorous image. If you like it, then you can buy it, but you can't overspend. Millionaires know when their money goes because they track it. This allows them to spot and cut unnecessary costs, freeing up more capital to pour into their investments. Rule number three is invest early and consistently. Saving money is critical, but you can't just save your way to a million. Rule number three is to put that money to work by investing early and consistently. This is how you harness the most powerful force in finance: compound interest. Albert Einstein supposedly called compounding the eighth wonder of the world, and millionaires understand its power firsthand. When you invest, Your money earns returns, and when you reinvest those returns, they start earning their own returns. Over decades, this creates a snowball effect that can turn smaller, regular investments into a serious fortune. Starting early is the accelerator. A dollar invested in your 20s is exponentially more powerful than a dollar invested in your 40s because it has much more time to grow. But it is never too late to begin. A majority of millionaires say that regular, consistent investing over a long period was the key to their success. They aren't trying to time the market or to chase hot stocks. Instead, they consistently invest in diversified, long term options and retirement accounts like 401k or IRA. Automating your investments ensures you stay consistent, preventing emotions or market swings from derailing your plan. This strategy is what turns saving money into actively building wealth. Rule number 4 is avoid and minimize unnecessary debt. Rule number 4 is a critical defensive move. Avoid and minimize debt, especially high interest consumer debt. There's no faster way to create financial stress than by spending money you don't have, and credit cards make it incredibly easy to fall into that trap. Millionaires view debt completely differently than most people. They recognize that not all debt is bad. They use it strategically as leverage to buy assets that will grow in value or produce income, like a mortgage or for a rental property or a loan to launch a business. What they fiercely avoid is consumer debt, financing a lifestyle they can't actually afford. For vacations, cars, and anything, literally anything else. These are poison to wealth building. Every dollar you pay in interest is a dollar you can't invest in your own future. A popular guideline is the 2010 rule. Never borrow more than 20% of your annual net income for non mortgage debt. And keep your total monthly payments below 10% of your monthly net income. This framework helps keep you from becoming over leveraged. If you are carrying high interest debt, the millionaire playbook dictates that paying it down becomes a top priority. Getting out of consumer debt frees up your single most powerful wealth building tool, your income. Rule number 5 is diversify your income streams. Just as they diversify investments, millionaires also live by rule number 5. They diversify their income streams. Relying on a single source of income, usually a 9 to 5 job, is financially fragile. If that one stream ever dries up, you're left completely exposed. Many self millionaires have money coming in from multiple sources. While the popular idea of having 7 streams of income might be more myth than reality, studies show that a majority of millionaires have at least 3. These often include things like earned income, the primary salary from a job or a main business. This is the actual starting point. And then we have investment income. This is the money their money makes. Dividends from stocks and interest from bonds or savings. Rental income, owning real estate, whether residential or commercial, provides a steady cash flow. Or a business or a side hustle. Many millionaires start side businesses, freelance, or consult to generate extra revenue. The purpose of diversification is to build financial stability. If one income stream takes a hit, the others can absorb the shock, protecting them from economic changes. This doesn't mean you need to launch 3 companies tomorrow. It begins with you using your primary income to build investments that eventually create passive income streams of their own. Rule number 6 is automate and systemize your finances. Rule number 6 is about making these habits as effortless as possible. Automate and systemize your finances. Discipline is a finite resource, and even the most dedicated person can be tempted to skip a savings transfer or forget a bill. That's why millionaires remove human error wherever they can. Automation is a secret weapon for consistency. As I've mentioned, this means setting up automatic transfers from your checking to your savings and investments accounts on payday. You put your financial plan on autopilot, ensuring you pay yourself first and invest consistently without a second thought. But automation goes beyond just saving. Millionaires often automate their bill payments to avoid late fees and protect their credit scores. They use financial apps and tools to track spending and monitor the cash flow with minimal effort. By building a system, you reduce decision fatigue. You don't have to decide if you should save this month. It just happens. You don't have to remember when a bill is due. It's already scheduled. This frees up your mental energy to focus on bigger picture financial goals, which lead us to the final rule. Rule number 7 is regularly review your and adjust your plan. Finally, rule number 7 is to treat your finances like a business by regularly reviewing and adjusting your plan. Building wealth isn't a set it and forget it activity. Life changes, the economic shifts, and your goals evolve. Millionaires stay engaged with their money. They track their progress by monitoring their net worth, reevaluating their budgets, and assessing their investment performance. This is about just obsessing over daily market news. It's about conducting periodic checkups, quarterly or annually, to make sure they're still on course to meet their long term objectives. This proactive approach allows them to make intelligent adjustments. Perhaps an investment is underperforming or a change in income requires a new budget. By reviewing their plan regularly, they can adapt to new circumstances and make informed decisions. They also tend to be lifelong learners, constantly educating themselves about money, markets, and new strategies to stay ahead. This final rules brings everything full circle. It ensures the other 6 rules are working together effectively and remain aligned with the ultimate goal, building and maintaining lasting financial freedom. So, here's a conclusion. Those were the 7 practical money rules that millionaires follow. Let's recap them one last time. Number 1 is pay yourself first. Number 2 is live below your means. 3 is invest early and consistently. 4 is avoid unnecessary debt. 5 is diversify your income streams. 6 is automate your finances. And 7 is regularly review and adjust your plan. These rules aren't complicated, but they demand discipline and consistency. Wealth isn't the result of a lottery ticket, it's the outcome of deliberate habits practiced over time. By adopting these rules, you're not just managing your money, you're building the foundation for your own financial success. So that's it for this video. Work hard, live well, peace.